Hi crafty friend, it's Justine. I hope you're doing so well today. I am very excited because I am going to make a 5x7 card, and some of you really like 5x7 cards, so this one is for all of you 5x7 card crafters out there. The main focus of this card is going to be the large die of the month for July 2023, and this one is called Stocking Full of Joy. It's Christmas here in July, and it's been a cheerful month so far, even though I am filming this at the late part of June. Anyway, I hope that you are inspired by this, and I hope that you enjoy the whole video. Now, I'm also going to pull out an embossing folder. This is the 3D embossing folder. Well, this was made with the 3D embossing folder for this month. It's called Adorning the Tree. And when I say that I'm obsessed with this, I'm obsessed. I have planned out all of my club videos for this month for the beginning here, and I just keep pulling for this embossing folder for so many backgrounds, and I just cannot help it. It is so gorgeous. This is my very favorite ornament on the embossing folder, and with the placement of my other dies, I for sure put it over to the left so it can be seen even with stuff over it. But I don't know if that's going to work with this card because there's so many things to go in the stocking. It is full. So just to start off, the stocking itself is just so cute. And I've gone ahead and just roughly, very roughly, as you can see here, gone ahead and taped in my little gnome and my gnome candy cane and gingerbread. And they are just so cute in their little spot there. For assembly of the gnome, it's pretty simple. You just glue on the arms. You can either have them going down so it looks like he's kind of holding on to the stocking, or you can have them going up the other way so he's kind of making like yay arms, which is kind of fun. And then you just glue on the nose and you kind of position the beard into the hat. So it's very simple. The candy cane, you die cut out the back piece. You can either do that in really whatever color. I did white and then did the red stripes going over it. And then the gingerbread man is just one gingerbread die, and then the little white pieces go on top of the brown to make the pattern. The rest of the dies are fairly straightforward. There's a lot of these little floral pieces. So this one has 2 floral pieces and 2 hollies. This one is a little bit more intricate. It has multiple leaves and a few berries. And then these adorable ornaments. Now, these adorable ornaments are just so cute. Look at how sweet they are. I'll just use my tweezers so you can see without my fingers in the way. But I die cut them out. I die cut the actual ornament part out with glittered white cardstock, and then I used the silver and gold mirrored cardstock to make the ribbon and the top part of the ornaments, and they're just gorgeous. I love them, and I almost am inspired to make a whole card just with these little ornaments. I don't know when I will have time for that. If I do make that card, it will just be posted on my Facebook group. If you're interested in joining that group, you can go ahead and click the link down below. There's almost 6,000 people in it, so you're bound to be inspired by somebody, if not me. When I was die cutting out these kind of holly branches, I totally cut off the top part of this one holly. So I'm going to use one of the little leaf dies to kind of replace the one that I cut off. And it was a total accident, but I figured the rest of it looked good, and that you would never even know. So there you have it. I fixed that up. I have 2 extra little holly leaves ready to go. I have my joy sentiment that's going to go on my stocking. So I really feel like it's been enough chit chat, and let's just work on assembling the stocking. So I plan on assembling everything before I adhere it onto my card base, just because I find that can be a little bit easier for placements. But for this joy piece, I want to use some liquid glue and stick that on my stocking right away. That way I don't lose it or get it scratched up. Now I used gold mirrored cardstock for this, so you can see that it just shines. Look at that. Oh, it's just so pretty. I love all the shiny things. Sometimes I feel like a little crow. I feel like that has been like debunked as a myth, but I know that birds like to collect the shiny things. It was in that one book, The Chronicles of Gnome. As a teacher, I do read quite a lot of children's books. Anyway, I hope you're doing so well. As I assemble this, I'm just going to chat a little bit. Right now, when I'm filming this, it's the end of June, so I have jury duty like any day now, and I am just working on trying to get these videos for July up on my channel, ready for you, all scheduled out, so when I do have jury duty, I'm not worried about making sure that there's content for you guys. So it's been a little bit of a busy time, just trying to make sure everything's ready to go for July, but that is okay. I feel incredibly blessed and just very thankful for everyone who has supported me during this last year. My channel just turned 1 year old. 1 year old. How exciting is that? I am so excited and ready for a whole nother year of creating beautiful things, and the only reason why I can do that is because of all of you sweet people who watch my videos. So thank you so much for doing that. I sincerely appreciate every comment. I try to at least reply or hit the heart on every comment because I really do love every comment that you guys write. I appreciate them. I read them. I take note. And I help answer questions. So I'm just very thankful for all that you do to help my channel. It's just been, like I said, it's just been a joy. So enough chitter chatter. Now I do like the placement of my whole stocking here. And the reason why I chose a 5x7 card is because the elements create just kind of this nice bundle at the top of the stocking. And I didn't want to squish it all down into an A2 and limit the adorableness that this card could have. So I decided to go big and do 5x7. So because I like my placement, I'm going to use some of my craft tape and just gently press it on to the pieces. That way, oops, that one's not stuck. That way when I move it, most of the pieces should be stuck-ish, and I should be able to kind of glue it all into place rather easily. This one is not, but we're going to call it a win and go for it. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of lightly press down, and things are going to still be kind of coming off, and that's okay. If I need to add more glue later, I will, but the point is to get my placement of my items down. And no, I have still not tried the whole saran wrap hack where you put the press and seal, Glad press and seal on top. Will I do it one day? Probably. Will I remember to go to the store and buy it or be in the store and buy it? Probably not anytime soon, just being real with you. So one day I will. It's probably amazing and I probably will love it, but for now this works pretty good for me. Side note, if you're using any kind of washi tape or craft tape like this, do not put it on glimmered images. It will take off the glimmer. Just saying. Learn from my mistake. I did that one time and I about cried. But that's the way life is, so Now to put on glue, you can see I just put a teeny tiny bit of glue on the top there, nothing too much, and I'm going to just sneak it underneath a leaf here and pretend like it's been hanging there for a long time and it's just the right spot. Bonus points if your ornament falls over. I tell you, sometimes crafting on YouTube, things just go kind of awry. I'll do it perfectly on my own, make a project by myself with no filming, just me in my crafting room, and then I'll go to film and it's like nothing is, and it's as if I've never done this before, never even used glue or tweezers in my whole life, but isn't that the way it goes, you know? I kind of wanted this one hanging off with a candy cane just because it's kind of fun to have white and red and green all kind of mixed together there. I had 2 more of these green ornaments. I wasn't sure if I was going to use them. I think I'm going to stick with 3 ornaments for now. Now I have one last little guy here that I'm going to stick on. It's pretty little. I think I'll just pretend like it's part of the other holly little bundle here just to add volume. Then to finish off with some embellishments, I just pulled from my stash some red sequins. You can see some of them are matte and some of them are more of like a glittery shimmer. So these were from, I think they were the card kit of the month that was, I think last year, that was kind of like the artsy one. It had a lot of school stuff in it. But just because I am finished with that card kit doesn't mean I can't pull out these sequins. And I am definitely going to use these. I just love this embossing folder. I just can't get over it. It's so pretty with all this dimension. For this card, I am just going to use the darker, kind of more metallic red, just because it looks a little more like flashy, and the solid color red ones just look very close to the background paper that I used, and they kind of get lost. So these will have more of a bling flash to them, and that's kind of what I'm going for. Sequins are a really affordable embellishment. If you are new-ish to the card making world or you're crafting on a budget, sequins are a really great alternative to self-adhesive embellishment gems or anything like that, because they are very reasonable and they still bring the bling, you know? And I mean, I used a whole card kit with these and I still have almost half a baggie left. So they will live on to be on another card sometime in the future. Anyway, I hope you liked today's card. All of these dies are really great for adding on even little things. You could choose to use just the gnome or just the stocking or just the gingerbread man to make other cards, or even gift tags. I think that that would be a really great use of this die. Make a little gnome gift tag, make a little gingerbread one, a little candy cane one, or add the joy with the candy cane. You can get really creative with this die, and I think it's a really good value. Anytime they do the large die of the month, it is such a deal. And remember that the club items like this are only available until the 27th, and then they go off of the Spellbinders website. If they want to bring them back, they will, but there's no guarantee. So that means you need to make sure that you order this before the 27th if you're interested, and make sure that, and that will ensure that you have this die in your stash and can make a really pretty card just like me. Anyway, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope you get to craft soon. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos like this from me in your future. Thanks again for a really fabulous first year on YouTube. See you next time. Bye.